There are lands that weren't born from continuity, but rather shaped over thousands of years through complex layers of geopolitics. Territories were conquered, reclaimed, and gradually unified through wars, royal marriages, and pivotal treaties. Throughout the feudal era, it was a patchwork of autonomous regions, each with its own laws, dialects, and cultural identity. But over centuries of division and conflict, a unified entity slowly took shape, not just on maps, but through a shared sense of community, a common language, and the collective desire for independence and pride. And that is France, a nation shaped by both fragmentation and unity, where the traces of time remain visible in every ancient stone and way of life. When people think of elegant cities, charming town squares, or peaceful countryside with a slower rhythm of life, this name often comes to mind, along with the romance it naturally evokes. Not because it's perfect, but because it preserves a distinct cultural character. This is a land of feeling, of beauty, and of the simple things that stay with you long after you've left. A country that anyone would want to visit at least once in their life. France is waiting to be explored. So what are you waiting for? Let's begin this journey together, right now. Mont Blanc is the highest mountain in the Alps in Western Europe, rising 15,766 feet above sea level. It sits right on the border between France and Italy and is one of the most famous peaks in the world. The mountain is part of the Mont Blanc Massif, which stretches across parts of France, Italy, and Switzerland. Mont Blanc's geology is just as fascinating as its beauty. Made of granite, the mountain was formed millions of years ago during a major mountain building event. Over time, glaciers and tectonic movements shaped the landscape into what we see now. With its breathtaking views and thrilling outdoor activities, Mont Blanc continues to attract adventurers and nature lovers from around the world. The French Alps are a stunning mountain range that stretches across France, with some parts also touching Switzerland and Italy. One of the most famous peaks is Mont Blanc, which stands tall at 4,808 meters, making it the highest mountain in the Alps. The French Alps are home to charming towns like Grenoble, Chamonix, and Annecy, each offering something unique. In the winter, people flock to these mountains to ski, snowboard, or try snowshoeing and sledging. But when summer comes, the Alps transform into a playground for hikers, bikers, and rock climbers. The mountains stretch across 8 countries and over 700 miles, making them one of the longest mountain ranges in the world. The French Alps are famous for their ski resorts, where you can enjoy the slopes and the beautiful alpine villages. If you're looking for adventure or just want to take in incredible views, the French Alps have something for everyone. Did you know that Étretat's cliffs have inspired some of the world's greatest artists? From Monet's brushstrokes to Maurice Leblanc's legendary tales, this small seaside town holds more history and beauty than meets the eye. Perched along the alabaster coast of Normandy, Étretat is a place where nature itself has become an artist. Over thousands of years, wind and waves have carved breathtaking white chalk cliffs, creating towering arches and a needle-like rock formation called l'Aiguille. These dramatic landscapes have captivated travelers, painters, and writers alike. Claude Monet, the master of Impressionism, once stood here, painting the ever-changing light as it danced upon the cliffs. And Maurice Leblanc, the creator of Arsène Lupin, wove tales of mystery and adventure into this very scenery. Étretat is more than just a stunning view, it's a living canvas of art, history, and imagination. Beyond the cliffs, the town itself is full of charm and character. Climb to the top of the cliffs, and you'll be rewarded with breathtaking views stretching across the bay. Step into this picture-perfect town and you'll see why so many have fallen in love with its beauty. A floating castle defies gravity and stands strong against the tides of time. No, this isn't a fantasy movie. This is Mont Saint-Michel, France's breathtaking tidal island. Rising from the sea like a vision from a medieval legend, this UNESCO World Heritage Site has captured imaginations for over 1,000 years. But what makes Mont Saint-Michel truly magical? It's not just its towering abbey or the charming cobblestone streets, it's the way the ocean itself transforms the landscape. At high tide, the mount becomes a true island, surrounded by shimmering water. At low tide, the sea retreats, revealing vast sandbanks that stretch for miles. Legends say the Archangel Michael himself ordered the abbey to be built here, and ever since, this place has been a beacon of faith, resilience, and architectural wonder. Through centuries of war, sieges, and even being used as a prison, Mont Saint-Michel has stood unshaken. Millions of travelers set foot on this sacred ground, drawn by its history, breathtaking views, and the magic of walking where knights and monks once stood. Hidden away on the west coast of Corsica, the Scandola Nature Reserve feels like another world. This protected paradise is part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site, with dramatic red cliffs, hidden caves, and crystal clear waters. The only way to explore this untouched wilderness is by boat. There are no roads or trails lead in. Above the water, rugged cliffs rise high, home to rare birds, lizards, and wild plants. The Mediterranean monk seal once lived here, but sadly, it has disappeared. Strict protection laws keep this place as pure as possible, allowing the land and sea to heal from past damage. If you're looking for adventure, breathtaking views, and a glimpse of Corsica's wild side, this is the place to be. Lake Annecy, in the French Alps, is one of the most beautiful lakes in Europe. It sits at 1,465 feet above sea level, making it the third largest lake in France. The lake was formed around 18,000 years ago when alpine glaciers melted, creating this stunning natural wonder. Known for its crystal clear waters, Lake Annecy is fed by rivers from surrounding mountains and a deep underwater source. It's a popular spot for swimming, water sports, and outdoor adventures. The surrounding area is perfect for sports enthusiasts who love nature and want to escape the daily grind. The lake is famous for its ever-changing blue tones, which are especially breathtaking as the seasons shift. The majestic Tournet Mountain towers over the lake, reaching nearly 2,400 meters. Over the past 50 years, protective measures have kept the lake incredibly clean, making it one of the purest urban lakes in Europe. Not only is the lake beautiful, but it also hides prehistoric treasures like paleolithic sites, ancient constructions on piles near the shore. Located between the Bornes and Bauges mountain ranges, Lake Annecy is a true gem of the Alps, offering both stunning landscapes and a rich history. Imagine a place where the mountains are not just a backdrop, but a living part of history. Chamonix, at the foot of Mont Blanc, is more than just a ski town. It's where one of the first Winter Olympics took place, and where mountaineers have risked everything to conquer nature. The stunning Aiguille des Chamonix mountain range dominates the valley, standing tall with its jagged peaks, while the glacier-carved landscape tells a story of ancient forces at work. Here, adventurers and explorers have gathered for centuries, drawn to the challenge of climbing the mighty Mont Blanc, the highest peak in Western Europe. This town isn't just famous for its breathtaking views, it's also known for its vibrant international spirit. The history of Chamonix runs deep, dating back to the 11th century, when it was first mentioned in documents. But it wasn't until the early 20th century that the town began to emerge as a global hub for winter sports, thanks to the first Winter Olympics held here in 1924. Chamonix's legacy is built on both its natural beauty and the spirit of adventure that has defined it for generations. Hidden between towering cliffs and the turquoise sea, there's a place that looks straight out of a dream. This is the Calanque d'Envaux. Nestled in the Calanques National Park, this stunning cove is one of the most breathtaking spots along the southern coast of France. With its high white cliffs and crystal clear waters, Envaux is often called the Pearl of the Calanques. The only way to reach it is by hiking through rugged trails or taking a boat ride along the scenic coastline. Once you arrive, you'll find a peaceful pebble beach where the water shimmers in shades of blue and green. The water may be chilly, but on a hot summer day, there's nothing better than a refreshing swim in this untouched natural wonder. This is one of Europe's most unique ecosystems, a land shaped by both rivers and the sea, where wild horses roam and flamingos dance in pink waters. Welcome to the Camargue, France's hidden paradise. Stretching across 930 square kilometers, the Camargue is one of Western Europe's largest river deltas. It lies between the two arms of the Rhône River, where fresh water meets the salty waves of the Mediterranean. This mix creates a world unlike any other: marshes, lagoons, and endless plains, teeming with life. A third of this land is covered in lakes and wetlands, making it a sanctuary for over 400 species of birds, including the iconic greater flamingo. But birds aren't the only ones calling this place home. The Camargue horses, one of the oldest breeds in the world, roam freely across the vast landscape, their white coats shining under the southern sun. Since 1970, this breathtaking wilderness has been protected as the Parc Naturel Régional de Camargue, preserving its rare beauty and fragile ecosystem. At the southern tip of Corsica lies Bonifacio, a town perched dramatically on steep limestone cliffs overlooking the Mediterranean Sea. This ancient city is known for its stunning citadel, which has stood strong for centuries, guarding the town from invaders. Bonifacio's history dates back to prehistoric times, with evidence of early human settlements in the area. The town itself is split into two sections: the upper town, where the citadel stands, and the lower town by the harbor. From the cliffs, Bonifacio offers breathtaking views of the turquoise waters and the neighboring island of Sardinia. The streets of Bonifacio are narrow and winding, with old buildings that tell stories of centuries of conflict, from Roman times to medieval battles. Despite its turbulent past, the town's charm and resilience shine through, making it one of Corsica's most enchanting destinations. Bonifacio's strategic location on the Mediterranean made it a crucial point in the battles between the Pisans and Genoese. Girolata is a peaceful village located in the south of the Scandola Nature Reserve in Corsica. This small village is about 35 kilometers from Porto, surrounded by striking red rock mountains and the sea. The village is set on a peninsula with a small beach and an old Genoese tower standing tall above. Below, a natural harbor attracts smaller yachts exploring the coastline. Though it's small, Girolata offers accommodations and restaurants for visitors. During the tourist season, the village changes from a quiet spot into a lively hub for travelers. The main attractions here are the stunning scenery, wildlife, and the incredibly clear seawater. There are no roads leading to Girolata, so you can either take a boat trip from Porto, Calvi, or Cargese, or hike in from Col de la Croix, which takes about an hour and a half. Though it's not the easiest place to get to, Girolata is worth the visit for anyone seeking a peaceful escape in Corsica. In southern France, there's a natural wonder that looks like a giant crater from above. This is Cirque de Navicelles. This massive canyon, over 300 meters deep, was shaped by the Vis River over thousands of years. The river once flowed in a winding path, but over time, it carved a shorter route, leaving behind this spectacular valley. Surrounded by limestone plateaus, the Cirque has a landscape unlike anywhere else. From the Blandes or Baum Oriel viewpoints, the view stretches as far as the eye can see. For centuries, farmers and shepherds have lived in this rugged land. The surrounding region, known as Causses and Cévennes, is so rich in history and culture that it has been named a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This place was once hard to reach, but now more travelers are discovering its unique beauty. Off the coast of southern France, hidden in the Mediterranean, are the stunning Hires Islands. Known as the Golden Islands, these little gems are full of beauty and adventure. With crystal clear waters, sandy beaches, and lush forests, it feels like a secret paradise. There's a special underwater trail where you can snorkel and discover colorful fish and coral beneath the waves. Wander through its green landscapes, relax on hidden beaches, or explore the island's peaceful coastal trails. With stunning views, rich history, and breathtaking nature, the Hires Islands are a true Mediterranean treasure. More than 300 castles, a river shaping the land for thousands of years, and the birthplace of ideas that changed Europe. The Loire Valley isn't just beautiful, it's the heart of French history. For centuries, this valley was the ultimate retreat for French kings, queens, and nobles, who built extravagant chateaux to showcase their power and wealth. Some castles stand as medieval fortresses, while others shine as grand Renaissance palaces, each holding stories of royal feasts and political intrigue. The Château de Chambord, one of the most famous, is a masterpiece of French Renaissance architecture, featuring a double helix staircase said to be designed by Leonardo da Vinci himself. The Loire Valley is also called the Garden of France, filled with vineyards, orchards, and flower-filled landscapes stretching along the riverbanks. Gentle seasons, charming villages, and rolling hills make this place feel like a real-life fairy tale. Exploring Grand Chateau, tasting world-class wines, and cruising down the Loire River bring the past to life in a way that few places can. The entire region is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a true treasure trove of art, history, and breathtaking scenery waiting to be discovered. Just 18 kilometers from Paris, there's a palace so grand, it feels like a dream. This is the Palace of Versailles. Originally built as a simple hunting lodge in 1623, King Louis XIV transformed it into the most magnificent palace in Europe. In 1682, Versailles became the heart of France, where kings ruled and history was made. But during the French Revolution, it was abandoned, left almost empty. Later, Napoleon stayed at a smaller palace nearby, but the main palace remained untouched until the 1830s. Today, Versailles is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, attracting 15 million visitors every year. Beyond the palace, the gardens of Versailles stretch over 2,000 acres, filled with perfectly designed landscapes, fountains, and sculptures. Some of these fountains still use the same water system from the time of Louis XIV. And every weekend, you can see them in action during the spectacular Grande Eau Show. Some say time destroys everything, but maybe, just maybe, Pont du Gard proves otherwise. Built over 2,000 years ago, this Roman bridge still stands tall, untouched by centuries of history. It wasn't just a bridge, it was an aqueduct, carrying fresh water across valleys and mountains to the Roman city of Nimes. What's even more incredible, the entire structure was built without cement. Massive stone blocks, some weighing up to 6 tons, were perfectly stacked to hold each other in place. With 3 tiers of arches rising 49 meters high, Pont du Gard was one of the tallest aqueducts the Romans ever built. Over the years, it has witnessed royal visits, romantic stories, and even inspired poets and artists. Today, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, drawing visitors from around the world to admire its beauty and genius. Gordes, one of the most beautiful villages in France, is perched on a hillside, with stone houses that have stood strong for centuries. This ancient village, made of white stone houses, has been around since the 16th century, during the time of religious wars in France. Located on the edge of the Vaucluse Plateau, it sits across from the Luberon Valley. Gordes is known for its stunning views and its houses, built into the mountainside, which make it one of the most famous hilltop villages in the region. Despite facing many challenges like invasions, wars, and even earthquakes, Gordes has survived and remains almost unchanged to this day. Over the years, many famous artists, including Marc Chagall, have visited or lived here. The village is a popular summer retreat for artists, business people, and politicians. Although it's a great place to visit, it can get crowded and hot in the summer. The view from here is breathtaking, with views of the Coulon Valley and the Luberon Mountains stretching out in front of you. Gordes may be small, but it's definitely a must-see spot in Provence. Provence in southeastern France is a place that feels like a painting come to life. Picture fields of lavender stretching endlessly to the horizon, their gentle purple hues filling the landscape. The air smells of lavender, mixed with the salty scent of the sea, creating a peaceful and calming atmosphere. This region, famous for its lavender fields, becomes even more magical during the summer when the flowers bloom. People from all over the world come to see the stunning scenery. The region is home to charming old villages with stone houses, narrow streets, and Roman-style churches. Take some time to explore these villages, where life moves slowly, and the beauty of history is all around. The peaceful vibe of the area is a refreshing change from busy cities like Paris. You'll see farmers working in the fields, and at sunset, the gentle breeze carries the sweet fragrance of flowers, helping you relax and unwind. Spring in Provence is just as beautiful, with walls covered in colorful roses. The International Rose Festival in May is a must-see, showcasing thousands of rose varieties. Summer months, from June to August, are perfect for discovering the lavender fields at their peak, along with other flowers like sunflowers, jasmine, and lilies. Provence is a place where nature, history, and culture come together to create an unforgettable experience. Alsace is a unique region in northeastern France, located next to Germany and Switzerland. It's a place where French and German cultures come together in interesting ways. The region has been shaped by centuries of history, with many battles between France and Germany, making it a fascinating destination. The city of Strasbourg, the capital of Alsace, is one of the most interesting places to visit. Alsace offers so much to explore, from charming towns to the peaceful countryside. For nature lovers, Renting a bicycle or an electric bike is a great way to enjoy the many trails around the region. Exploring the towns and countryside of Alsace is perfect for a relaxing getaway. The region's mix of cultures, scenic landscapes, and rich history make it a place you won't forget. Brittany is a place full of history, legends, and breathtaking landscapes. This region in northwest France was once an independent kingdom and still feels like a world of its own. Surrounded by the sea, Brittany has rugged coastlines, medieval towns, and deep forests that seem straight out of a fairy tale. It's home to some of the world's oldest stone monuments, built thousands of years before the pyramids. People here speak French, but many also use Breton, a Celtic language that connects them to their ancient roots. Brittany is famous for its fresh seafood, buttery crepes, and delicious cider. Food lovers will be in heaven. In the countryside, you'll find tiny villages with half-timbered houses, where time feels like it has stopped. If you love adventure, history, or just amazing food, Brittany is a place you won't want to miss. What if I told you that Paris wasn't always called Paris? That's right. The name of this world-famous city has a fascinating origin that goes way back long before the Eiffel Tower, croissants, or even France itself. Centuries ago, this enchanting city was known as Lutea, a small settlement by the Seine River, home to a Celtic tribe called the Parisii. The name Lutetia likely came from the Latin word lutum, meaning mud, because of the marshy lands surrounding the river. But don't let that fool you. This place was already full of life and rich in culture. As time passed, the Romans arrived and transformed Lutetia into a thriving city. By the 4th century, they decided to rename it Paris in honor of the Parisii people who had lived there long before them. And just like that, the name we all know today was born. Fast forward to now, and Paris is a place of pure magic golden bridges reflecting on the Seine, charming cobblestone streets, and elegant architecture that tells stories of centuries past. But next time you wander through its beautiful boulevards, take a moment to imagine beneath all the lights and romance. This city holds the echoes of an ancient world, where it all began. A centuries-old masterpiece, nearly lost to flames, is now rising from the ashes. Notre Dame Cathedral isn't just a building, it's a living piece of history. Standing tall on the Ile de la Cité, This Gothic wonder has watched over Paris for more than 850 years. Its towering spires, intricate stone carvings, and breathtaking stained glass windows have amazed millions. Built between the 12th and 14th centuries, Notre Dame has survived wars, revolutions, and even near destruction. Inside, it holds priceless relics, believed to have been worn by Jesus himself. But in April 2019, tragedy struck. A massive fire engulfed the cathedral, destroying its roof and iconic spire, leaving the world in shock. Yet Notre Dame refuses to be forgotten. Restoration efforts are in full swing, with artisans and historians working tirelessly to bring it back to life. Despite everything, Notre Dame remains the heart of Paris, a symbol of resilience, faith, and timeless beauty. Did you know that the Arc de Triomphe in Paris honors French heroes from the French Revolutionary and Napoleonic Wars? Standing proudly at the western end of the famous Champs-Élysées, this iconic monument marks the center of a huge roundabout, surrounded by 12 avenues. Built in 1806, the Arc was designed by Jean Chalgrin and stands 164 feet tall. The monument is decorated with sculptures that celebrate French victories and heroes, including the famous La Marseillaise relief. At the top of the arch, you can spot 30 shields engraved with the names of France's major victories. Inside, there's a very special place, the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, a tribute to soldiers who died without being identified in World War I. The 11th of November, an eternal flame burns here to remember them. The Arc de Triomphe has witnessed many important events. Napoleon's remains passed under it in 1840, and it's also been the site for major military parades. It's not just a monument, it's a symbol of strength, courage, and the French spirit. Imagine a church that was built not just to praise God, but to heal an entire nation's wounds. The Basilica of the Sacred Heart in Paris is more than just a place of worship. It's a monument of forgiveness, a response to a city torn apart by war and revolution. But what if I told you its story is far more dramatic than you ever imagined? Perched on Montmartre, the highest point in Paris, this gleaming white basilica was born from tragedy. In 1871, the city was in chaos. War, rebellion, and bloodshed left deep scars on the streets of Paris. As a way to seek redemption, the people decided to build something extraordinary, a church that would stand as a symbol of peace and hope. Construction began in 1875, but it wasn't until 1923 that the basilica was officially completed. The architectural style is a mix of Romanesque and Byzantine influences, giving it a striking, almost otherworldly appearance. But what truly makes it special is the material. Its unique stone reacts with rain, keeping the basilica bright and white no matter how many years pass. Since before its completion, the church has hosted continuous prayer, day and night, for over a century. Today, the Basilica of the Sacred Heart isn't just a historical monument, it's a place of eternal worship. Nice sits between the sea and the mountains, right by one of the most stunning bays in the world, the Baie des Anges. It's the fifth largest city in France and has been welcoming visitors for centuries, drawn by its sunshine, lively streets, and breathtaking Mediterranean views. Long before it became part of France in 1860, it was a Greek settlement called Nicaea, named after the goddess of victory. European aristocrats fell in love with Nice in the 19th century, turning it into a glamorous winter retreat. Nice has also inspired some of the world's greatest artists, like Henri Matisse and Marc Chagall, whose works are displayed in local museums. The city is a mix of history, elegance, and real everyday life, where grand architecture meets bustling markets and cozy cafes. Its international appeal remains strong, attracting millions of visitors each year and making it one of France's top travel destinations. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Nice continues to blend its rich past with a vibrant present, inviting travelers to experience its timeless charm. Cannes, a city of glamour, luxury, and world-famous film festivals. But behind the red carpets and celebrities, there's a history stretching back over 2,000 years. Once a small fishing village, Cannes was a strategic stop for sailors traveling between the Larens Islands. Over time, it saw invasions, battles, and power struggles that shaped its future. In the 19th century, a British lord named Henry Brougham fell in love with Cannes and built a villa here, inspiring other aristocrats to do the same. With new roads, railways, and grand hotels, Cannes quickly transformed into a top destination for the wealthy. By the 20th century, summer tourism took over, and luxurious beachfront casinos and resorts popped up along the coast. Then came the biggest change after World War II. Cannes launched its legendary film festival, turning the city into a global symbol of cinema. Beyond the glitz, Cannes still holds its old-world charm, from the medieval streets of Le Suquet to the peaceful Lérins Islands. More than just a movie hotspot, Cannes is a place where history, culture, and beauty come together in a way that feels timeless. Marseille is over 2,600 years old, making it the oldest city in France. Long before Paris became famous, this bustling port was already a major center for trade and culture. Founded by Greek settlers in 600 BC, Marseille sits on the Mediterranean coast and is the largest port city in France. Over the centuries, it has seen Greek and Roman rulers, medieval battles, and even played a key role in the French Revolution. Today, it's a lively city with a rich culture and a warm Mediterranean climate. Summers can be really hot, while winters can get quite chilly. Thanks to its location, Marseille has always been an important trading hub, bringing together people from all over the world. Even after plagues, wars, and World War II bombings, Marseille has always rebuilt itself, growing stronger each time. The stunning coastline, deep history, and energetic atmosphere make Marseille a place worth visiting. Some say Lyon is where the true spirit of France lives away from the crowds, full of history and home to the best food in the country. Lyon sits where the Rhône and Saône rivers meet, surrounded by rolling hills and beautiful scenery. It's France's third largest city, but it has a charm all its own. This city has a deep history. It was once the capital of Gaul during the Roman Empire, and later became a major center during the Renaissance. Lyon is known for its well-preserved old town, the Fourvière Hill, and the lively Presqu'île district. These areas are so special that they're part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site. If you love food, Lyon is the place to be. It's called the gastronomic capital of France, with cozy bouchons and world-class restaurants serving amazing dishes. Did you know that Lyon played a huge role in the history of cinema? The Lumiere brothers, who invented the cinematograph, were from here. The best time to visit is in June, July, or September, when the weather is warm and perfect for exploring. but be careful, in August storms can sometimes surprise travelers. Nestled in the heart of northeastern France, Strasbourg is a city that feels like it's straight out of a fairy tale. Imagine strolling down cobblestone streets lined with charming half-timbered houses and peaceful canals reflecting the city's history. Strasbourg beautifully blends the romance of France with the strength of Germany, creating a unique cultural harmony. The city's beauty shines in every corner, from its stunning cathedral to its cozy little cafes. In the summer, the vibrant flowers fill the streets, adding a burst of color to the already picturesque setting. And don't miss out on Christmas here. The city's Christmas market transforms Strasbourg into a sparkling wonderland, with twinkling lights and festive cheer filling the air. Wandering through its historic center or enjoying the lively atmosphere, Strasbourg is a place that will stay in your heart long after you leave. Carcassonne looks like a castle straight out of a storybook, but this real-life fortress has been standing for over 1,000 years. It sits in the south of France, right between the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea, making it a key location for trade and defense. Long ago, the Romans built walls on this hilltop, and later, the Visigoths turned it into a stronghold. In the Middle Ages, Carcassonne became a powerful fortress, with stone towers and thick walls protecting the city inside. During the Albigensian Crusades, the people here fought bravely. But in 1209, the fortress was taken over, and the citizens had to leave with nothing but the clothes on their backs. Over time, Carcassonne lost its military importance, and parts of it started falling apart. Luckily, in the 19th century, an architect named Eugène Viollet-le-Duc stepped in and restored the fortress to its former glory. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, attracting visitors from all over the world who want to walk through its medieval streets. With ancient walls, charming stone houses, and a history full of battles and legends, Carcassonne is a place that truly feels like stepping back in time. France is a land of endless marvels, each place holding a unique charm of its own. From timeless fortresses to tranquil coastal hamlets, every corner feels like a journey through another reality. There's always one more secret spot to uncover, one more trail that leads to the unexpected. Perhaps it's a hidden bistro in a stone-paved village or panoramic view that takes your breath away. And just when it seems you've uncovered it all, France offers yet another surprise. But for now, our adventure comes to a pause. Until next time.